This woman was an exceptional vocalist who provided background vocals for numerous acts. This woman was also a significant actor who performed in the classic Broadway production The Wiz. The centerpiece of today's video is all about Tasha Thomas. Before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push the notification bell to be sure you won't miss on any more uploads. Now without further ado, let's cue that intro. Born Tasha Thomas in Alaska, she's the youngest daughter of an Atomic Energy Commission chemist father and a Pentecostal minister mother. Tasha began her musical career as an organist and vocalist at her mother's church. Tasha left home at 16 to follow her passion for singing, going from one end of the country to another. She arrived in New York City and, because to her mother's connections, found a home inside the church, rapidly becoming involved in the choir. Thomas had her first experience of singing pop songs through the choir when members were requested to perform on a late Louis Armstrong's last record. What a wonderful world! Tasha began working as a backup vocalist after seeing the potential for a career in secular music. From 1970 to 1978, she appeared on more than 100 albums. Her piercing voice adorned such iconic albums as Stevie Wonder's Intervision and Norman Connor's You Are My Starship, Teresa Brewer, James Brown, Petula Clark, Jim Croce, Roberta Flack, Henry Gross, Phyllis Hyman, Margie Joseph, B.B. King, Hubert Laws, Looking Glass, Martin Moe, Bette Midler, Pacific Gas and Electric, Mr. Phillips, Bonnie Raitt, Carly Simon, Mary Travers, Grover Washington Jr., and Johnny and Edgar Winter were among the artists who sought her voice. Her career was thriving thanks to her great voice as she sang in jazz clubs on New York's uptown soul scene and appeared on The Merv Griffin Show. Her biggest break occurred not in a recording studio but on stage. In 1974, she responded to an open casting call for black entertainers, singers, dancers, actors, actresses for an impending Broadway musical, The Wiz, an urban retelling of The Wizard of Oz, premiered on Broadway on January 5, 1975. After the complete cast introductory prologue, the play opens with Auntie M, who was played by Tasha, performing A Feeling We Once Had. Tasha and her vocals received unequivocal positive reviews, and the rest is Broadway history. As you know, Thomas played the original Aunt Em in original Wiz play and also became Mabel King's understudy as Eveline. It isn't clear if Thomas got to play Eveline when Mabel was unavailable. The Wiz provided fertile ground for future disco performers. Aside from Tasha, the production included Stephanie Mills, Dee Dee Bridgewater, and Evelyn Thomas in the chorus, while Luther Vandross composed Everybody Rejoice, one of only two songs not written by Charlie Smalls for the musical. Tasha was with the show for the whole duration, a total of 1,672 performances. Tasha was able to land a record deal with a tiny indie company in 1978 due to the quality of her voice and Broadway notoriety. Orbit Records recorded and released the song Shoot Me With Your Love.
My name is Desire. Shoot me, baby. Oh.
Atlantic Records picked up the tune for a national release, and the 12-single remix became viral in the clubs. In 1979, she released her lone solo album. The album featured two additional 12-single remix releases, Hot Butter Boogie and Street Fever, but none matched the success of Shoot Me. The album also included a few non-disco tracks that highlighted her gorgeous and deep voice. Naturally, she did all of the backing vocals on her own record. After being dismissed by Atlantic Records, Tasha returned to studio work, providing her signature background vocals. Unfortunately, Tama's health deteriorated. She was diagnosed with cancer and spent the most of the early 1980s combating it. On November 8th, 1984, at the age of 33, she passed away after a long and tough fight. Now, before we go, I have a question for you all. What is your favorite song that Tasha Thomas sang on?